Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is a Wednesday morning, hump day, as they say, in the Geico commercial, 6 minutes past 6 o'clock here on the fourth day of February. I don't know why, but it just feels colder this morning than it has in previous days. According to the National Weather Service, it's zero right now in Anchorage, -6 in Wasilla, zero in Palmer. But for some reason, it's hitting a little closer to home today, and closer to the bone. -2 in Eagle River, and I'm not getting the reading in Girdwood. Welcome to the broadcast, Dan Fagan Show, broadcasting to you as we are every weekday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. right here on KOAN, KVNT, 95.1 FM, 1080 a.m. in Anchorage, and then out in the valley, we're on 95.2 FM and 1020 a.m. in the valley. Lots to get to today. Lots of stuff coming up. I was so excited. We were going to have Charlotte Green on the broadcast today, but she declined. Last night, she was coming in, and I teased it on Facebook. And, of course, a lot of people jumped on my Facebook page and said, why are you having her on? What does she got to say? All that stuff. I hope that's not why she declined, but here's what she sent me last night at about 10:40 in the evening. My PR people think it'd be best if I refrain from doing local radio TV for the next couple of weeks. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, but I'm still very interested in being a guest on your show. Please apologize to your viewers on my behalf. So we're going to be nice to her. You know, I try to be nice to everybody. I'm curious about positions people have, and sometimes I'm confused by them, but I always try to keep my questions respectful and just ask them very simply why they believe what they believe, or why they promote what they promote, or why they are all about what they're all about. And if it doesn't make sense to me, I'll keep asking questions, but I'm not going to be mean or disrespectful. That's the old Dan. So, hopefully she'll come on. We'll talk to her. You know, she's a woman who believes in something. You may not agree with what she believes in. You may not think she's, her tactics you may disagree with. But you gotta give her this. She has focused in on an issue, and she has dedicated her life to promoting that issue. You got to give her that. You might not like the issue. You may think the issue erodes our culture. You may think, using the tactic of dropping the F-bomb on live television is a tactic that's immature and, frankly, not very worthy of praise. But bottom line, she is who she is, and I'm not condoning her dropping the F-bomb. Look, I think that was a pretty bad move. And, somebody gives you a job and they pay you and they give you the opportunity to work for them just to drop the F-bomb like that on live TV. That's just wrong. So, but that, that's fine. I'm sure that I wonder, I would have asked her that. I wonder if she would have said now in hindsight, yeah, I think it was probably a mistake. Maybe not. If it's, look, if all you're looking for in life is to be famous, to get your 15 minutes of fame, you can do a lot of stuff to achieve that. There's a lot of stuff you can do to get your 15 minutes of fame. Now, that obviously it won't last, and you're not going to be famous that long. You'll be more notorious than famous. But it's free country. Look, you have to admit, she's going to have trouble getting a job in television again as a reporter. I mean, when the news business, television news in particular, someone who worked in it for many years, I can tell you it's a small knit community. And if she goes down to Albuquerque or Iowa or wherever it is she wants to go work in a TV station, oh, you're the guy who dropped the F-bomb. They all know. So it'll be tough for her to get a job. And it was not just the F-bomb, folks, by the way. It was the not disclosing that you had an agenda, that you were working behind the scenes to advance the pot initiative. And unbeknownst to your boss, hopefully, you were going out and doing stories on marijuana and promoting legalized marijuana as a journalist. But at the same time, you had a company that would benefit by the legalization of marijuana. So that's really the greater thing that you would have to say that was, probably something that she shouldn't have done. The F-bomb, that was almost like just career suicide. All right, number 569-1080, 569-1080. There are just some people, they get into office and their main focus is to transfer money from the private sector to the government sector. That seems to be what they're all about. That's their ways. That's their deal. That's their thing. That's the way they roll. And Anchorage Assemblyman Dick Cheney would be one of those people. Just about everything he proposes comes with taking money out of the private sector, out of the hands of entrepreneurs who create jobs, and into the government bureaucrat's hand. And typically a government is where a dollar goes to die. So there was this vote on the alcohol tax, and we'll talk about that, give you the latest on that. Big lie. Do you like to be lied to? I don't. I like to know what's true and real. And turns out the unemployment rate, which sits at 5.6%, so says the government, is not even close to reality. If you're really going to look at it, working adults who do not have jobs today, the 5.6% is a joke. Now, the media won't tell you that because they like our president and they want you to feel good about his work. So we'll give you the real unemployment rate, and it's not even anywhere near the 5.6% the government is telling us. Couple didn't want to bake, a Christian couple, they owned a bakery, didn't want to bake a cake for a gay wedding. Now the wrath of the government is falling on them. Wait to hear what's happened to these folks. It's oh, man, what's coming? What's coming? Our good friend David Boyle with the Alaska Policy Forum will be here today. He'll give us the very latest on the school budget, what's going on there, some things you might want to know that you will not read in the Anchorage Daily Dispatch News, whatever it's called. So we got a big show for you. You can reach me via email if you have an email machine. danfaganshow@icloud.com. danfaganshow@icloud.com. You can also give me a call, 569-1080. 569-1080. And keep in mind, we're streaming live. danfagan.us. danfagan.us. That's the website that we stream both audio and video. Glad you're here. Hope you're staying warm. It's just bone-chilling cold. 6:14, Dan Fagan Show.